Commander Elena Vasquez stared at the holographic display with growing unease. For the third time this month, their deep space cartography mission had encountered the same impossible phenomenon. Stellar coordinates that shifted when observed directly, nebulae that appeared on sensors but vanished from visual confirmation, and most disturbing of all, entire star systems that seemed to exist only in peripheral vision. "Run the quantum positioning array again," she ordered her navigation officer, Lieutenant Marcus Thompson. "Same result, Commander. The moment we attempt to create a comprehensive map of this sector, the data becomes inconsistent." Dr. Amara Okafor, the mission's xenoarchaeologist, looked up from her analysis station. "Commander, I think I found something in the ancient Vortak ruins we excavated last week. It might explain what we're experiencing." The Vortak civilization had vanished 12,000 years ago, leaving behind only cryptic warning beacons scattered across the galaxy's outer rim. Most species had learned to avoid their abandoned territories, but humanity's relentless expansion had inevitably brought them into contact with these mysterious remnants. The inscriptions described something they called the observation paradox. Dr. Okafor continued, her voice trembling slightly. According to their records, any species that attempts to map more than 0.3% of the galaxy's total volume triggers what they term a correction protocol. Commander Vasquez felt a chill run down her spine. Humanity had already mapped 0.28% of the galaxy and showed no signs of slowing their expansion. "What kind of correction protocol?" Thompson asked. Dr. Okafor's hands shook as she translated more of the ancient text. "The galaxy itself begins to resist documentation. Space-time becomes fluid around mapped regions. Navigation becomes impossible. Eventually, the offending species loses the ability to travel beyond their home system." "That's impossible," Thompson protested. "Space doesn't just decide to hide from us." But even as he spoke, their instruments registered another anomaly. A binary star system they'd successfully mapped just hours ago now appeared to be in a completely different location, its gravitational signature scattered across multiple coordinate points simultaneously. Commander Vasquez accessed the ship's communication array and sent an urgent message to Earth Command. The response that came back 12 hours later made her blood run cold. "Commander, this is Admiral Rodriguez. We've received your report, but we have no record of your current mission. According to our files, the UES Pathfinder was destroyed in a navigation accident 6 months ago. Please identify yourself and explain how you're using a deceased crew's authorization codes." The three officers exchanged horrified glances. They remembered launching from Luna Station just 2 weeks ago. They remembered their families seeing them off. They remembered everything. Dr. Okafor's voice was barely a whisper as she continued reading the Vortak inscriptions. "It says here that species who violate the mapping threshold don't just lose navigation capabilities. They begin to fade from the galaxy's memory entirely. First, their expeditions become lost. Then their colonies stop existing in official records. Finally, even their homeworld becomes questionable." The ship sensors detected movement in the void around them. Not ships or asteroids, but something far stranger. Patches of space itself seemed to be folding, creating impossible geometries that hurt to perceive directly. The galaxy was actively restructuring itself to hide from their instruments. Commander Vasquez realized with growing horror that humanity had triggered something ancient and vast. Some cosmic defense mechanism designed to prevent any single species from comprehending too much of the universe's true structure. "Why?" Thompson asked desperately. "Why would the galaxy want to remain unmapped?" Dr. Okafor found the answer in the final Vortak inscription, and her face went pale. "Because," she whispered, "complete galactic mapping would reveal what lies beyond the galaxy's edge. And according to this, that revelation would drive any sentient species to immediate extinction." Outside their viewport, the stars began to dim, one by one, as if the universe itself was closing its eyes to avoid their gaze. The last transmission the UES Pathfinder sent before vanishing from all records simply read, "We understand now. Some knowledge is too dangerous to possess. Tell humanity to stop looking up." But by then, There was no humanity left in the galaxy's official documentation to receive the warning.